Hi, I progressed to the next step in the MongoDB thing. So what I did is I started the server and I let it running on a certain port, and then I installed a virtual environment for my API, my FastAPI API. Inside of a separate folder, I installed this using Python-m when command and installed FastAPI, and then I ran the dev command for the main.py. Let's show you main.py. So this is the Python file that I made. Some imports are going on. Actually, this is the main fast API server, and I'm using motor for async input output inside MongoDB. Basically, it's like an ORM, object relation model, and it handles the exchange of information to the MongoDB server, which is running on a port. So the port is being specified in this MongoPy string. It's actually an environment variable. I'll show you later on. And yeah, so this is the basic script. Made the client, got the database, got the collection, and after that I made a streamer kind of a function which takes in the cursor. Basically the output of the command is given as a cursor as usual. And in SQL also, if you have tried, if you MySQL connector and other such SQL connection libraries, they always have a cursor in which you can iterate through the document. So using the async function, async keyword in Python, I can iterate through the cursor in. And then what this basically, this line basically means it's gonna convert object ID into string. So that's the basic idea, and this line is for converting string to bytes, because since it's a stream, it has to be in bytes. This is the main MongoDB command, which is doing all the heavy lifting here. And similarly, this is the main MongoDB command which is doing the heavy lifting here. And I'm just passing this cursor to streamer and then getting the stream output. So this is a stub. And yeah, so when I wrote this, I got a whole lot of errors during development. Let's ignore these. So error. Yeah, so I started to get some sort of success in the middle, and after that I reached a certain point. When was that? uh yeah, it was a long time. Yeah, somewhere around here I started getting these 200 messages. So this is basically this is saying that yeah, that's happened. So let's go to the main calls to the API. I could give the call through Postman, but since I don't have GUI right now, I've used curl for calling this API. This is the tasks endpoint which was out there, and I'm using this query parameter user. This actually corresponds to one of the arguments in the function. Where did it go? Yeah, this is the argument user which is being highlighted here, and this corresponds to the query parameter which I've sent. So this gives all the tasks for the user, and right now there is an authorization or authentication or anything. It's just a public list of tasks. And these are the tasks of Darth Vader, these are the tasks of Saito. And if I give it without any query parameters, it will give no output, so obviously. And yeah, and if I hit the root endpoint, it will give all the users in which I can get the user ID. And as expected, it converts all the user IDs, sorry, object IDs, which is a bson thing. It converts it into string. Yeah, so this is the gist of it. Also, this is the MongoPy string variable that I created. It's in the bash rc file, MongoPy. There you go. So this is in 27017 port, and my server is running on 8000. So that's what's going on. So in the next try, I will do. I think I'll learn more about indexes, because since we are fetching selective things like we want tasks of a user, right? So I could create an index for that user. I mean, so that all these user IDs, they point to the, you know they point to user object, oh sorry, task object. So yeah, the searching will be easier. Right now it looks through every single task and checks if the, assignee user is that, or is it something else. So instead of going through all the tasks, I will create an index so it goes through only the ones which are assigned to that, only the ones who have some work, who have some tasks. So yeah, that's the agenda for the next day. Signing out, Arin.